What is up, guys? Name's Dre and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. And as always, in today's video we want to talk about if you should or shouldn't summon for KEQING, even though she isn't a new character and her banner details were already revealed when Zhao came out. But yeah, today I want to take a closer look at her, and yeah, if of course she is your favorite character, then go ahead and summon for her. But today, of course, I want to give you additional informations, provide them to you if you're unsure if you should or shouldn't summon for her. And yeah, like for people that are undecided to summon, I do this format especially for those people. Let's take a look at her banner first. So we have Bennett, Ningguang, and Barbara featured in her banner. Her banner will go live in 4 days, or in 3 days. So the video will be live on the 14th of February, and her banner will go live on the 17th. So by then we only have 3 days left to summon for Zhao if you want to. So what are some tips or some informations that I can provide you right away? So KEQING is a very strong DPS character. I consider her as a top tier DPS character. She is not as good as Klee, Diluc, and Ganyu. I think like these three are still the top class, but she's like on the level with Child and Zhao. Maybe Zhao is a bit higher when it comes to raw damage, but KEQING is one of the most flexible carries in the game because she can be paired with a lot of different type of units. She fits in literally any team, and that is her biggest strength. She's very versatile in her usage. You can play her in like as a physical carry, as a electro carry. You can even combine her and use her in different elemental reaction team compositions. KEQING is very good when it comes to that, but her downsides are that she is a standard banner character and she is always available. So if you want to look especially at collection purposes, I would rather go for a rate up character, especially because we do not know what is coming in the future. Of course, a lot of people are speculating Hu Tao to be the banner after KEQING, which I do think is very likely. And after Hu Tao, a lot of other people are speculating that Venti is coming to the game, or he is coming back. And if you did start after Venti's release, then this would be the chance to summon for him instead for KEQING. And always when you upgrade your character, you get like 3 of the acquainted stones every month. You can buy from the Star Glitter shop, so you're very likely to get 5-star from the standard banner by progressing, and this could be potentially be KEQING. And if you summon for her first, then maybe you will get her later again. That's like the downside of the whole thing. But if you really want her, then I think this is the best chance to summon for her, because you have her guaranteed. I don't know how the rates will be, if she is 100% guaranteed or if she's 50-50 and the other 50% are the standard characters. But still though, you will have a guarantee to get her if you summon on this banner if you really want her. That's like the insight that I can give you. Another aspect is if you don't want to summon for KEQING but for the 4-star characters, because Barbara, nobody is really interested in Barbara, I know that, but Ningguang and Bennett, these are some very popular 4-star characters, especially if you summon for constellations on Ningguang, even though you can pick her up from the Stand By Me event today. I think it is today. But Ningguang at Constellation 6 is now one of the strongest DPSs in the game. I think she should outperform even KEQING on Constellation 6. Also Bennett as the best supporter in the game after Venti, after Zhongli, or like the best 4-star support in the game because he has a heal and an attack buff. Incredible good unit. If you want to summon for those characters, then definitely I would recommend to do so. But if you want to summon for KEQING, or if you're undecided if you should summon for KEQING, then I wouldn't really do so. If you're like debating between KEQING and Zhao, who is the better carry, I would say that Zhao does deal more damage, but he has more downsides. KEQING deals slightly less damage, but she hasn't so much issues like Zhao. The only issue that KEQING really has is that she is from the electro element, because this element currently is not so strong in the game. But yeah, when it comes to those two, I think you should pick who you like more if you want to pick one of those two characters. But always keep in mind, Zhao is limited. We do not know when he comes back, and KEQING is not limited. yeah, other than that, we have her the weapon banners that will go live by the next week. So this one will go in 11 days. We will have one more week with this weapon, with the Primordial Jades cutter, which is, I think, her best in slot. Her new best in slot. This weapon will be super insanely strong on KEQING. She will be one of the strongest stat sticks in the game. Yeah. Now let's go over KEQING'S talent real quick. Alright, so this is not my KEQING. I do not own KEQING. This is the account from my girlfriend. She does own a KEQING, so I don't want to go over constellations because I think most of you guys will summon for the first copy and not for constellations. But Constellation 6 is very, very strong. Constellation 4 is also really good in my personal opinion. The first constellations are alright, but I think that none of the constellations change the impact from KEQING except maybe for the 6th constellation. Talents wise, very normal. She has a double hit on the 4th hit, a 5-hit combo. A charge attack is also a double hit combo. Nothing really too special. Her ability Stellar Restoration has a cooldown of 7.5 seconds. She has a lightning stiletto damage and the slashing damage. I will show you that real quick. And yeah, pretty good, pretty strong multipliers. So we can... So alright, so I can show you the E real quick. So usually you can hold the E and then you can choose a point. From there you will have that symbol and maybe you can fight, and if you reactivate it you will teleport to that point. So you, for example, you can also teleport to the air and then you can use a plunge attack from there. Her ultimate, Starward Sword. I think all of you guys know, so I won't show any footage of the ultimate, how it works. It has a very good multiplier. It is her strongest ability and it only is a 40 cost ultimate. So you will be able to spam that ultimate if you build her properly, and it only has a 12-second cooldown. So with that, I think KEQING overall has a very strong kit. She's very well-rounded in her kit. Also, her Ascension stat is crit damage. With that weapon, you have crit rate, so she is super easy to build. But the problem on her is just that she is from the Electro element, and that doesn't give her the opportunity to be a top-tier character. Now, let's look at her Ascension sets after recasting Stellar Restoration, which is her E ability, while a Lightning Stiletto is present. KEQING's weapon gained an Electro Infusion for 5 seconds. So that just means if you use the first cast on the E, you will be able to deal Electro damage with your normal auto attacks. If you recast it, this buff won't be available. Then we have the Aristocratic Dignity. When casting Stalwart Sword, which is her ultimate, KEQING's crit rate is increased by 15% and her energy recharge is increased by 15%. This effect lasts for 8 seconds. This is pretty insane. So you just use her ultimate and you have increased crit rate and energy recharge, and the ultimate just only costs 40 energy. So this one is a very strong part of her Ascension. The last part is just that she does reduce the consumption time of your expeditions in leeway. Yeah, nothing really too good, but it is useful overall. Yeah, so when we want to come back to the question if you should or shouldn't summon for her, I think this one is a more tough one. We have a lot of different characters coming in the future. I think the only reason to summon for KEQING is if she is your waifu, your absolute favorite character, or if you are interested in those 4-star characters, or if you are very strongly interested in those 4-star characters. But then I would stop after pulling one of those, and if you didn't get KEQING, I would save the pity for future characters. But yeah, we have a lot of different future characters. Genshin Impact currently is slowing a bit down with the updates, but I am sure that there is a big update on the horizon, and then you want to be ready with your, what is the in-game currency, with your Primogems. And yeah, I think the only reason to summon for KEQING is that she is your waifu, and if you don't summon for her, you have a couple of days left to summon for the Husbando Zhao. And if you don't want to summon for either of those, wait for Hu Tao. If she is your favorite character, Hu Tao is very likely to come after KEQING. And if you don't want to summon for Hu Tao, then you have way more time save your primal gems. Yeah, I hope I could help you a little bit out with my should you summon video to give you a proper decision. And if I could help you out, like, comment, and subscribe, it would help me out a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more Genshin Impact content, videos should pop up on the screen right now. Make sure to check them out. And I thank you for the support.